Hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to the Friday night live stream for your Georgia Shooting Connection. So we hope everybody is doing well out there. I would say I hope everyone had a good week, but I know better. If you live in Georgia, and you're a conservative, it was a dirty, rotten, stinking week. Then the next day it got worse. But anyway, Chico, start us off the way you always do, brother.
Sure. Let me see. Well, I can't see that for the moment. I don't know how many of y'all out there because I ain't opened up my tab yet. But thanks for joining for another Friday night Georgia Shooting Connection. I can see a good amount of y'all in the side chat. So thanks for joining us. We don't have any topics, but we're gonna come up with something, and that is all we have for now. So, brother Kyle, how was your week, brother?
My week was very emotional. I got some information I didn't want to hear on Monday, and I found out today work was just blah. You know, nobody was actually feeling it. And it made for a really long week, and it just ground out all the way until quitting time on Friday. And uh, all in all, I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't the best week on the planet to start the new year off with, but it's it's not unbearable, so I'm good with it. What about you, brother?
Not bad. I mean, given circumstance, situation, and everything that's going on, but I just try to continue to move forward, stay positive about stuff. Although that seems to be a challenge lately, but other than that, man, I'm still kicking, so I can't be too pressed about that. It looks like it is 27 of y'all, so I had to load up the tab. Make sure it's on mute. Okay, yeah, 27 of y'all. So and it's steady moving. Oop, just dropped out when they seen me. So Jamie, how you been, bro?
I'm all right, man. Well, like I told Kyle, I'm embarrassed, mad, and ashamed of all at once. You know what went on here in Georgia, and I know y'all probably don't want to hear us talking about politics. Um,
I think I honestly on this chat, I think it's going to be hard to stay away from talking about politics because of everything that's going on. But I mean, we we'll we'll turn the rudder and go that way, but the rudder's going to get turned back into politics just through the side chat and everything. It's going to happen. So we,
well,
we try not to, but
since you put it that way, and I'll let Chico expand on this, I blame primarily one person, and I bet Chico can finish that statement. Go ahead.
You said you bet I can finish that statement.
Yeah, you know me. What one person? Who would I blame for what happened on Tuesday in Georgia?
The people?
No.
let me go ahead and tell you. Her initials are Stacey Abrams.
Oh yeah, I'm not a fan of hers, and that come from a few years back. So when she was running for I think governor down here. So
Yeah.
I, I'm not a fan of a lot of politicians, and I don't care what side you're on. If they are, and if they start to think about or talk about, and I did a video, and it's on my channel. You can search for it. It's like 30 seconds long. I remember when she was running for governor, she said she wanted to have a conversation about restricting certain types of firearms, and I was pissed off. And I'll tell anybody, and I know I've told Jamie this. So for me, just because a specific or a particular politician or whoever in office or even in my local elections. Just because they may share some of the same DNA traits that I share, that don't mean you automatically get my vote. And so I don't care what color people are, you know what I mean? So growing up, we have a saying, and that saying may be the same for Jamie and Kyle, but it's all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Just because they look like me does not mean they have my best interests at hand. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna use
like the
my
way
own
you put
mind.
that, man.
I'm gonna use my own mind based on my values and what I know and what I believe. So, like I said, so everybody who looks like me and everybody who looks like Jamie necessarily don't have his best interests at hand. So I think that's the thing with with politics. A lot of people think, oh, but because they look like me, they are for me. And that's not necessarily the case. And that works on all different races. You know what I mean? So, but it's been, so I had a problem with her when she said about restricting a certain type of firearm. Everybody knows what kind of firearm that was. They were talking about AR-15s. And I was like, nah, if you dream about having a damn conversation, you will not get my vote.
I had a lot of problems with Stacey Abrams, which is why I didn't vote for her. And Jamie, can you put Fuzz's comment up there? Because it's coming. Get ready.
Okay, I'll say this about, and the reason I said that is I don't have a problem with anybody voting. If you're a non-convicted felon in this state or any state in the United States of America, you have one vote, you're entitled to it. And I think anybody that wants to go vote should not be hindered from it, even protected to be able to do it. But don't go register to vote and then walk up there to those polls and vote for the person that's going to give you the most shit. You understand what I'm saying? Damn. I mean, I hate to put it like that, but that will be the downfall of this country. Is when people start voting based on how much stuff those politicians are going to.
I'm going to vote for the person that's not going to do anything for me. Just leave me the hell alone. That's all I want. Leave me alone. Y'all can have y'all's crap up there. You can hang out with all the people you want to. You're a free person, just like I am. Just leave me the hell alone.
And that's what all of us want. Thorzax, I dang sure hope so, brother. And Tin Man, I did not see that.
No, I didn't see that. Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, she was always preaching, you're suppressing the vote, you're suppressing the vote, you're suppressing the vote. And then all of a sudden, now we have a presidential election where miraculously at 3:00 in the morning, 800,000 votes or something get dumped for Biden. Whose vote you suppressing now?
Me and Chico was talking about it. It's the cab in Fulton County. She kind of moves back and forth between the two of them. And what she'll do is she'll hold the votes back till everybody else is in, and she finds out how many she's got to have. And then apparently she's just making copies of ballots and then running them through that machine. I don't trust that new machine.
Not at all. I'll never vote on another one.
But anyway.
I can tell you this. It was so blatantly obvious what happened with the presidential election on November 3rd. They scaled it back in the Georgia Senate runoffs. They scaled it back. Because in November 3rd, you had 118% of the population of the counties voting. You telling me there's no kids in there? You know, that's got to take up some of the population. So they scaled it down, and now they only won by like 2,200 votes. You know, whatever. I'm entitled to my own opinion, and that is mine. And y'all just heard it. But I think, I'm sorry, everybody across the country, I think you've been sold out.
Yeah, well, I've done said more than I wanted to say. All right, back to what we come on here for. Now, if y'all want to go back to that topic or whatever, I'll, yeah, there you go. There's a good idea.
Exactly. Because if you own the company, they can't censor you.
Okay, I got to tell y'all something. Uncle Jim, I enjoyed your last two videos, man. Squatch, check your email if you want to join us, if you where you can. I'm behind on your videos, but they're coming at me faster than I can watch them. Anyway, I found powder today. One of my local gun stores obviously got a whole shipment. I looked up on that shelf and it went, ah, like the angels singing, And
But how fast did it go off the shelf?
no, man, it's there. It's still there. I can go back
Okay.
tomorrow and get you some. There's some Barget. Right next to Barget was Hodgson 4350. Right under that was Reloader 26, sitting beside some Reloader 15, sitting beside some Reloader 17, sitting beside some Reloader 10X, H338, all this stuff. I mean, the shelf was packed full of it.
But not a primer in the house.
Not a primer in the house.
That is the issue. That is the issue. Primers. I mean, for some people who's been reloading for years, like
I got plenty of powder. What I ain't got's primer.
The primers are the issue, and I got some, but it's still getting kind of like.
I'm being really picky.
I want more. I want more primers.
Oh, I ain't got to the punchline yet. There's Ozark's like.
Damn.
Yeah. Lakeview been finding some H1000. They had that. What is that? 8208XB something.
Isn't that Reloader 26 like that unicorn, or is it Reloader 16? I forget.
I think it's 26.
26, yeah. That's the one that JRB likes. So I know he told me one time, he said, if you can find this, buy it, Chico.
So anyway, I found this and I'm like, I got to have me some of that Barget, and I got to have me some of that H4350 for my 6.5 Creedmoor. And I picked it up. You ready? Are you sitting down?
It's an 8-pound jug.
No, 1 pound jugs. All of them 1 pound jugs. $49.99.
Golly bum.
For the Varget?
Yes.
The
Reloader 17, $52.99.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that I couldn't do that. I would leave it. And that's just me.
Well, I turned around and walked out with it. That's what I'm talking about. They had some green dot. I
hadn't even used it. Just my buddy Ryan was walking through the store and he said, "Hey, you need any of this?" I'm like, "Yeah, pick up a bottle. That's a good price." Now you talking paying $45 a pound? Hell,
no, $50 and $53 a pound, man.
All right, you see this, right?
Yeah.
All right. $169.99.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID.
I've had it for a minute.
Yeah. So and see, something like that is no. I'm not surprised at prices. Now I expect that more from primers, because what I've been seeing, and I'm on a lot of different Discord servers that offer in stock notifications, and what I've been seeing is, I'm talking about, it's thousands of people in these different forums that I'm on, and they are buying it. I bullshit you not, excuse my language, and they are putting it on Gunbroker. And a lot of them may not necessarily, a lot of them may have what they need, but they see an opportunity. And I understand we live in America, capitalism at its finest. I understand that, but this guy was like, he sold 1,000 primers for guess how much? Anybody want to guess in the side chat? He sold 1,000 CCI small pistol primers.
In the side chat, because I know what he sold it for. Just because I keep up with you, my boy. I keep up with you.
I probably did post it. Nobody's guessing. Y'all are damn slow. Listen, he sold 1,000 primers on Gunbroker for $380.
And whoever bought them is stupid.
I was like, no way. No way. He was like, hey guys, I just sold 1,000 primers for $380 to some old guy. I'm like,
I'm just telling you, people are out to take advantage of anybody that they can right now. And don't appease them. Don't do it. If the normal price is $30, don't pay more than $35. Just tell them to keep it.
Well, that's what I did. I walked out and left it sitting there on the shelf, and I even went so far as I found they had some 270 Hornady interlock. No, Hornady SST, a box of 100 of them, 150 grain, and they was $29.99, which is the normal price because they've had them in stock for so long.
Mm-hmm.
After I went and saw what they were doing with the powder, I went back and put those bullets back on the shelf and left with nothing.
That would I see. I'm the type of person, because if you're doing it on a certain item, I feel like I'm not gonna give your business any of my money, and I'm gonna tell people about it. I'm gonna tell people about it who I know who may spend money at that store or your business, and I'm gonna highly discourage them for doing it. You know, that's one thing. Like for me being a mechanic, if I work on somebody's car and I do an excellent job, I get no call at all. But if something goes wrong, my phone rings off the damn hook. Right. So you got to kind of think with, if somebody does you wrong, you can expect bad reviews. Normally, if they're doing something right, you're not going to have a lot of compliments. But
I'm sitting here looking at the price tags on the powders that I have at my feet. That Shooter's World was $29.99, so that's $30. The green dot was $27.99, I think. Yeah. That blackout was $30.99. I mean, and people want to charge $50 a pound. Get out of here. You know, no.
But Kyle, that was when we went up there when Willie and Jason. That was in August, man. You know, that was during the COVID thing.
Was it hot? How much was it then?
It was $30. But
yeah.
But Shooter's World, I was paying $19.99 and $24.99 before COVID. And that's an interesting point, Ozark. Midway isn't gouging on prices. What I need to do is go on Midway and look at what they're selling powder for, and then calculate in the
hazmat and the shipping and the tax.
Yeah, and see exactly what you are paying for. And of course, that's a one-time price. And the more powders you buy, of course, you know.
I'm on Midway the other day. That they didn't have a lot of offerings. They definitely had some Shooter World, but they didn't have a lot of Shooters Worlds powders. They had some hydrogen stuff, some I want to say some HP 38 HS6. I know they had Shooters World heavy pistol or major pistol, one of them, but they didn't have all the Shooters Worlds offerings. The best thing to do though, if especially like say me, Kyle, and Jamie, if Midway had some powders that he's interested in and I'm interested in and Kyle's interested in, the best thing for us to do is to split that or to split the hazmat. But let's say it's just one powder. Let's say it's 6 pounds of H 4350.
And it's only still one hazmat charge of 30. Right.
And I just say 6 because it's 3 of us, and say if each of us is gonna get 2 pounds, it'll be best to split that right down to 3 ways.
Yeah, which is the way that I do it. So
right. But you got to think some powder's gonna be higher than others. I've seen some of them 43, but yeah, I mean 20, 35 or something like that. But somebody made a good point. They say you know, stuff's gonna continue going up, and I've been saying that for the longest. So if you need something, and I'm not fear mongering, but if you need something right now that's available, buy it. powder or whatever, as long as you keep it stored properly, it's good. Hey, Big
But
Al, Ozark, I don't think and
Big
Papa.
Al, I think we're going so fast tonight. Chico, why don't you just go ahead and go through the
Yeah,
side
it's
chat, and
moving
I'll
pretty
keep
quick.
showing everybody's comments.
Let's see. Oops, not that one. Yeah, it's a lot of y'all out there. Y'all must didn't have nothing to do on a Friday.
No, looking for a place to vent.
Uh,
And they found it right here.
Yeah,
see,
'cause we're doing it
and I
too.
hear a lot of people saying YouTube is messing around with stuff. Let me tell you what my participants list says: Big Al, conservative sniper hunter, John's hand loading, Lakeview Outdoors, Ozark Spirit, PCC Kid, Ocean 374, Reloader 762, Squatch, Tacos French Fries, Thor's X, Pony underscore 47, 10 Man, Hemi Scrub, and that is it. So and Andy 79Z28. So I know that's some old.
Mm-hmm.
Not right. We have more people.
Some of
I
that.
didn't want to say the wrong thing, but Vanessa Kitty's out there. Twisted Twine. Hey, conservative sniper hunter. Let me scroll up. Papa's Place. Treads out there. Come on, Uncle
Yeah, I've
Jim.
seen Tread out there. He didn't pop up on your other
Nah,
feed.
yeah, he didn't.
That's
Chris 338. Daniel God is my judge. Lever Guns 50. Big Al. Signal Soldier 31. Michael Cross, I think I said that right. GGW Reloading. Fuzz T Forks out there causing trouble. Uncle
no, he's just
John.
exposing it.
Blue Hiller 260.
Old Fuzzy ain't
It's a
causing
lot of
it. He's
y'all out
just
there.
exposing it.
Pony underscore. Let me go to the top. Andy 79, Ocean 374. Kyer, just some guy. Paul Loud.
Hey, Pony.
It's a lot of y'all. Broke Loader. There we go. I'm still getting to y'all. John's hand loading. I probably said him out 3 times. 6 shooter Texan. Need to go get my mouse. And plenty of y'all. So look, thanks for joining us. Mario Mosin. There we go. Hold up, Mario Mosin. Did you get your channel back?
God Almighty! As soon as I sit down, the hater kicks off.
Well, anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. I know Jamie's going through some comments, putting some good comments up.
Yeah, if you're a caster, even if you're not a caster, put up some kind of backstop so you can try to reclaim some of that. Because I'm sure that in your travels you will meet somebody that is a caster, and they will gladly give you a couple of bullets if you give them a bag full of range crap.
I'm glad you said that, Kyle, because somebody had I think it was Tread. It was early up in the chat, Jamie. It said something about a cast bullet with the base. But
That was Tread. He was asking about how do we go about loading a full metal jacket with an exposed lead base?
run with your brung. That's why I
Yeah,
do it.
yeah. Stick it right on top of the powder and crimp it. That's the way I do it.
Yeah, that's what brought about the term total metal jackets, because some people were getting cheap. And okay, let's say this before we get too deep into that. We've been talking about the prices of the components, but we need to be careful not to blame the retailers if they're not at fault. Like, for example, Cheaper Than Dirt has been ordered by the courts to pay back 400 something million or 400 something thousand. I don't remember exactly what it is. I'm just saying, you know, they're the ones that was price gouging. They should be thrown in jail if that's what they're caught doing. But at the same time, if a retailer supplier has jacked their price up, they have no choice but to turn around and charge a higher price from us.
That's true. I agree. I agree on that end, on that aspect. I mean, I agree everything, but what you're saying, people also have to think about supply and demand. When supply is low and demand is high, price goes up. Who's gonna pay?
But let's carry it back another step further. If the manufacturers, Hornady, so forth and so on, I say Hornady, their lead and copper has gone up because everything's gone up. They're having to pay their people overtime to be able to produce what they are producing. So everything's just getting more and more expensive. Plus the fact, and I'm probably going to get some boo hisses for this one, but because you got a stimulus check, the value of your money went down. They just print more. That's my opinion. And see, we just lost 3 viewers because I said that. But no, guys, I'm serious. You think about supply and demand, the cost of making this stuff, so forth and so on. So you can start to understand why the prices are higher right now. It's costing more to get stuff shipped into these places. The supplies they need are costing more. They're having to pay their employees more. So
I'm going to sit here and violate the Hearing Protection Act for just a second, just to say that the president of, was it Remington Ammunition, came out in public and said, y'all are saying that we're holding back on manufacturing. Y'all are crazy. We're making more bullets than we've ever made in our life, and we just can't keep up. We're running 3 shifts. We're running 24 hours a day. We're paying people overtime and all this stuff, and we still can't keep up for what everybody is panic buying. I think in his words, it's just like the toilet paper crisis from this spring. They're doing everything they can do, but people are buying that stuff as soon as it hits the store. People are paying $90 for a box of white box Winchester, 100 rounds, 9mm when it hits the shelf. They're paying $90. $90. Guys, quit doing that. The only reason that they keep doing that is because y'all keep buying it. I mean, it's ridiculous, and I don't understand it. And it's like, Jamie, I don't blame you. Just turn around and walk out of the store and say, "I'll have a good day." I don't need it that bad.
Turn my nose up at them retailers bumping up prices in any of my local stores. I'd be like,
I noticed that. Actually, Chico, you'll appreciate this. I was in True Prep, and they had some powders. And I'm like, Stick, come over here. And he come over here. I was like, dude, that's insane. You know, why are you charging an extra $10 a pound of powder? Well, that's what they're telling us we got to charge. I'm like, why are they telling you that? It didn't cost them that much more. You know, I said, come on now. Dude, I'm the one that got y'all started selling reloading supplies. You ain't gonna you're not gonna run that by me and make me believe it. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, well, you got to think it's one thing. I think that a lot of people or a lot of businesses, you know what, most of the people will pay that, so they're gonna leave that price. For somebody who's been reloading for a while, and I'm not saying myself, but just say somebody who's been doing it longer than me. So let's say Thor's Axe or Uncle Jim, they're not gonna pay an inflated price. First of all, because they probably have a lot of those primers and powder and components on hand which is the smart way to do it. But I get direct messages on Instagram all the time to say, "Hey man, I want to get into reload," and I'm like, "You don't not right now. You don't want to do it, you know." And I'll give somebody my personal opinion. Like right now, you can't find components. You can almost barely find equipment that's not on back order, and
Yep.
so. I
But
mean, I wouldn't discourage anybody, but I'll say right now is not the time if you're not already, if you don't have the equipment, if you don't have some supplies, it's just a bad market right now as far as having the components. Unless you got like 100,000, I had people that tell me I should start my own ammo company, and I was like, first of all of the money it takes, all of the insurance it takes, and all of the components it takes, But and see, I do have a theory too. Most of the let's say the supplier of those primers, Federal, CCI, which is kind of basically the same. No, they're not the same.
Winchester, yeah.
Winchester, CCI, and Federal, they're supplying these ammo manufacturers who's making ammo. Say Hornady. Hornady doesn't make primers, at least to my knowledge. Fiocchi that Fiocchi does, but I'm looking at ammo right now. MagTech doesn't. Well, no, I seen MagTech make some primers. I seen that on a forum.
I hadn't seen
Laser
that.
Brass, they utilize CCI primers, if I'm not mistaken. So I think the suppliers of those primers, they gonna supply their biggest customer first. I
went in there not even looking for reloading components. Because I know you can't find them, and when you do find them, they're overpriced. And I went in there and found what I was in there for. I mean, I work right down the street from them, or up street, however you want to look at it.
Man, I'm looking for reloading components everywhere. I'm going in the thrift store.
And I do too. But I was like, "Stick, come here." I said, "Dude, well, that's what they're telling us we got to charge." I'm like, "You're talking to the dude that got y'all selling reloading components. That was me." I said, "No." So
yeah, I seen that brass went up too, man. That they normally have bags of brass for fairly cheap, and I went there not too long ago and looked at it. Actually, I went there maybe was it last week when I got the Varget? Yeah, and their
Varget was talking about Stick. He's like 6'6", weighs about 110 pounds.
I didn't see him.
I can tell you his real name, but I don't need to. He drives the Jeep that's in the parking lot. Not the Hummer, not the Deuce and a Half. He drives the Jeep that's in the parking lot. The gray Jeep.
Yeah.
It's all jacked up and tricked out and everything. It ain't nothing to write home about, but he's got it pretty well specced out.
Yeah, Thorax, I knew that about you and some of the older, no, not older, some of the more wiser reloaders, say a James Pollard or Uncle Jim, Ocean, and I agree, you buy stuff when it's low and when the supply is high and demand is down. I remember buying 22 last year and year before, and my coworker asked me today, he was like, "Man, you got 22?" I'm like, "Yep. Surely do." He was like, I bought 22 on Lucky Gun or some Aguila. He said, "I paid out the ass for it." I said, "I bet you did."
Yeah, I bet you did. I'm still shooting on stuff I brought back with me from Vegas because it was $9.99 for a 550 brick for 22 when I lived in Vegas. Every time I went into whatever store, I grabbed 3 or 4 of them, and because we'd shoot a lot out in there. All you had to do was go across the street from work, and you could shoot all day. And I've still got a whole lot of 22. I've bought some since I've been here, just during the great ammo crunch, of what, 6 years ago or whatever, where a 50 round thing of 22 long rifle will be $87.
Yeah, I know people was like, let's say 6 months ago, right? Now let's say 9 months ago, when everything, 6 to 9 months ago.
Yeah.
This day when primers jumped like $5 and $10, and we was like, hell no, I'm not paying that. So, but what I wouldn't pay for it right now, you know what I mean? It's one of those things. But I made sure to get it when it was when a lot of people was buying toilet paper. I was like, I might want to go buy some more primers.
I
And
understand prices change and all that. I'll pay you up to $40 for a sleeve of primers, but these people paying $300. I mean,
I'm not even doing 100. I'm not doing 80. I'm not doing.
At that point, it ain't worth reloading.
Yeah.
You know what? You got $1.85 per round in 9mm. Dang.
And the people who told me, "Hey, man, you gonna load 9mm when you first start reloading?" Yes, I am, and I've been reloading a lot when I first started reloading.
It's becoming now to the availability of components, mainly primers. I'm going to change up my weapon of carry. I went from one pocket rocket to now I carry inside the waistband full size M&P, and I was like, man, if we can't find some primers, I'm gonna have to switch to a shoulder carry 45. I got plenty of them.
So, Jamie, are you seeing any primers up by you at all at your regular stores?
No.
I know you got 2-3 stores you go to.
Yeah, they're like hen's teeth, man. You can't find them.
Yeah.
I haven't, Walter, but I've heard there's a pretty good bit of videos out there doing it.
Was it Psycho Clown that did one on reloading primers? Was it Psycho? It was either Psycho Clown or oh my goodness, I can't remember.
Oh man, that is terrible, Andy. $1,800 for a $400 gun.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's like a big $1,800 paperweight. If you don't have any ammo for it.
Right.
I've been getting a lot of people call me saying or asking if I know anybody with any firearms for sale. I wonder if are they going? I hadn't been looking at the prices of firearms. Are they going that stupid with that too? I don't know. I'll just walk through Cabela's, make a lap. Yeah, I'm done. Didn't have what I wanted, and if you did, I wasn't going to pay for it.
So Willie joined us. Hey, Willie Bullet Man, hope you're doing well. And
I'll tell you what, Willie challenged me to something last week, I think it was last week. I don't think it was 2 weeks ago. And I had a lot of fun making those videos or that video. It was using your Lemon Shine Dawn dish soap and cleaning your brass. And I will admit that last batch of 223, that tumbler was smack full with nasty solution. And it still beat my expectations. Is it as good as the brass juice? I don't think so, but it's a whole lot cheaper. But yeah, I appreciate him asking me to do that because I had a lot of fun doing that, and I got a lot of clean brass out of it.
So where's the video?
It's on YouTube.
Oh, I didn't get a notification for it at all.
Imagine that.
How long has it been on YouTube? A day or two?
A week.
No, I definitely didn't get it because I remember you said you was gonna do it, and I was like, he must come put it out Friday or something.
I put it out last.
Nope, didn't get a
last Saturday or Sunday is when I did it. Wow. Did anybody else see it? I didn't post private or nothing, did I? Hang on a minute. Let me look on my phone.
Ocean said Saturday. He says, you put it out Saturday.
Well, that's what I thought. Yeah, last Saturday. That's when I did it.
No, I didn't see it. I'm going to have to watch it.
Ozark didn't get it. So we need to we need to try to get a link to that up here. Tread, can you get a link to to Kyle's latest video?
If he can, I can log in on the YouTube side and. Well, can you
GG,
still do that? Can you still post links?
GGW and Ocean both saw it.
I know, but several people saw it. I got a bunch of comments on it, but wow. Okay, hang on.
Oh, I got it. I put it in the side chat.
All right, Chico's on it. He the man. It was just something that Willie wanted me to do. How many batches can you do with Dawn, Lemon Shine, and water? And I did. The first batch was, I think, 9mm. The second batch, I think, was 40 cal. And the third batch was a full large tumbler of 223. And some of them weren't as clean as I would have expected them to be. But then again, it was really grimy, sludgy cleaner. With no pins. There was no pins. Just in pins and what's wrong with your mom, Willie?
Should I tell everybody, Willie?
Willie, call me.
That's for sure, Uncle John.
Oh, yep. That last batch was a lot of bread.
So,
Willie, call me. I need to talk to you about something too.
Well, he'll be in the side chat afterward. I mean, in the after chat, I'm sure. He's in California. He stays up a lot later than we do.
Yeah, we keep missing everybody on the timeline. I've turned off the do not disturb on my phone 15 times, and it still doesn't ring after 9 o'clock. So,
okay.
This live stream is not sponsored by Twisted Tea. No matter what y'all say, if this looks like it, it is not. But I think I'm gonna buy. I think I'm gonna buy some stock in Twisted Tea because it is going viral. So somebody asked me that on the last. They was like, "What are you drinking, Twisted Tea?" Like,
man,
I'm not a trendy person to jump on trends.
I want to know how hard that man hit that other dude with a can of non-carbonated tea to make it explode like it.
No, you know, Twisted Tea is like an alcoholic drink.
Oh, I thought it was just canned tea.
It's like a Mike's Hard Lemonade or something, I guess.
Well, I mean, is it carbonated?
I bet it has some carbonation in it.
Okay, all right. I didn't know. I just thought it was like a can of tea, like Snapple or whatever that shit that Rick is your 6 covered drinks.
That man's dropping knowledge out there.
He's doing his Chico imitation, is he not?
He's Chico. But I want to know how hard. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I'm sorry to hear that.
Willie's mother has COVID and she's in the hospital. So I would ask you guys remember Willie and his mother and the doctors in prayer over the weekend. Keep her lifted up. Willie sent me a text earlier that she does have pneumonia, and they admitted her because her oxygen levels were low, and they are sending her home. So, but we got Miss Kitty's got the same thing going on in her family as we just showed her sister's husband in Illinois.
Definitely praying for her, Willie.
I'm sorry, Willie and Kitty. I really am.
And Miss Kitty, yes.
We've had an outbreak of it in my neck of the woods. 2 of the parts drivers are out. 1 of the service riders are out. It's just dang, you know.
Same thing at my shop, Cal. We have 2 guys out in my shop and 2 guys out in our heavy equipment shop.
Yeah.
So.
And while we're talking about prayer, you guys that do pray, now's a serious time to be praying for our nation.
No doubt.
Yeah. Yes, definitely, Jamie and Tim Man. You welcome, brother. See, I know some stuff. I had to let brother Tim Man know.
So I think when we get to the root cause of our problems as reloaders about the prices and the availability of components is what's going on in our political. When COVID hit and they made the announcement that no longer would policemen be responding to just everyday trouble calls. It's going to have to be a life and death situation. Well, if somebody's coming in my bedroom window, that's a life and death situation right there, brother. But
Only for a minute.
everybody, even liberals, have decided they've got to be able to defend themselves. So there you go.
Yeah.
I loved it when police said that they were no longer going to make normal traffic stops and all that. I can make it from my house to work in about 18 minutes.
Okay. Thanks, Fuzz. I'm sorry to hear that, brother.
What's up, Fuzz? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Oh, Lord.
But you know what? One thing about, the shortage on stuff right now is the perfect time to get all your brass prep done, get all your cleaning done, get all your organizations done, do inventory on your supplies, and that's just my suggestion.
And that's true. I got a bunch of brass prep to do because I've got a bunch of 308 and 223 and all that needs to be trimmed and all that stuff. So Willie pretty much just stuck a boot up my butt and said, "Get to work." So that's what I'm doing.
Fuzz can clean all the muskets he has. That's a perfect time to clean those muskets out.
He's got flintlocks. I wouldn't call them muskets. I mean, he was around when they were new. So, Fuzz, I'm just cutting up with you.
You got that Gen 1.
Gen 1 flintlock.
Fuzz, no, we love him.
He does. Oh. Yep. I need to go find all those 380s over there in the corner behind the gun safe where I was loading 9mm.
I was going to cast yesterday and the bottom dropped out. And I was like, just on a day that would have been perfect. It wasn't too cold, but I was like, you know what? When I get off, I'm going to cast. And I heard the rain fall on top of the shop. I was like, man.
Hey, brother, you remember when we were all over at the house and we're running 2 different pots and everybody's doing all kinds of stuff? I said, you know what? I need to cast up some 9mm and some 40 and get all that stuff powder coated and all that. That's what this was last weekend. I said, I'm gonna do that. I go outside and I'm like, what's in this coffee can? It's where Mark took everything that I had and dumped it into a big coffee, actually 2 big coffee cans, and it was full of 9mm and 40 and 45. I'm like, I just need to powder coat them. Hell, I'm great. Saved me a lot of time.
And I'm sorry to hear that, Uncle John.
I'm sorry, Uncle John. I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
And Uncle Jim.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I did, and this is going to sound weird, but I did hear some good news. not good, but different news. They did actually report that so far 2 people have died from the flu this year. Everything else has been COVID. COVID. Everything you hear is COVID. But they finally acknowledged that the same disease that kills 200,000 people a year in this country claim to. I mean, it was to the point where people were making memes that, COVID-19 kills 2 in meth lab explosion. What? I mean, I know it's no joke, but we deal with it every year, and I don't know, maybe I'm out of my realm here, but we deal with it every year, and it affects people in different ways. But yeah, I'm very sorry, Uncle John.
And Vanessa's lost 6 friends of her family. Uncle John's lost 4 family members. So
it's been hard. It's been a very, very just aggressive, sickness that's come through here, and I was worried about all my family and everybody else's family, but there's no explanation for it. It was just extremely aggressive, and it affects people in different ways. It's a shame, is what it is.
Yeah, it does.
That's a local brewery, by the way, folks.
But somebody did ask me. They said, "You drinking twisted tea?"
Oh, Sweetwater, yeah.
But it has a yellow label on it. So.
Angel got a hold of some good stuff. She went. They had that like make your own 6-pack for $10 or whatever at Ingles or whatever, and she got a bunch of like Kennesaw, Georgia, Athens. It was all local breweries, and I'm telling you, I said, you know what? I'd pay $10 for 6 of those because they were just really good.
I think Jamie does 10mm shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So does Kyle.
Oh, yeah, Kyle does too.
I do 10mm shorts.
Hey, Alan. I can definitely tell you though, Alan, in the side chat, Squash Reloading does 10mm. And lots of it.
Yeah, Squash does. Yeah, I remember that. Chico, I'll have to get with Angel and figure out what because they were IPAs, the ones that I liked. She had one that was some blackberry, blueberry. No, one was the Voodoo Ranger.
Yeah, I've had that one too.
That's a good beer right there. I enjoyed that one.
Dang, Ozark.
Ozark is a connoisseur of craft beers. I know. I don't. You know what? I don't know. Is he talking about Vicks Vapor Rub?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Say, what is Vicks? I don't know. I might be too young.
But yeah, Voodoo Ranger was very good. I can't remember the other ones, but they were one was out of a Athens brewery and one was out of a Kennesaw brewery. And I was like, yeah, I'd pay $10 for 6 of them.
Yeah, who was that who asked me that? Uncle John. Yeah, I haven't. I'm not a big drinker like I used to before I became a parent. So, but after a week like we've had, I had to.
So it's been one of them weeks for you too?
It has. It has been a rough week, man. So
there hasn't been anybody at work that has had a positive vibe, period. Everybody's been like, Friday yet. It's been a terrible vibe week. And I've had some personal stuff going on, and today I got some rather good news.
He did say Vapor Rub. That's I was like, I don't know what Vicks is. I thought it was. I was thinking it would be something like what is it? What's the dang green cans? Is it Mickey's? What's that green? It's an old beer. It's like, is it Mickey's?
Heineken?
No, it's in a can. Willie's out there in the side chat. He know what I'm talking about.
And Miss Kitty, you're right. Dragon's milk is pretty good. You got to chew it, but it's pretty good.
So I bought my son a homebrew kit for Christmas, and that stuff ain't cheap. But
Is Jay made any yet?
no, he's working at night while I'm at home. But we're going to. I'm gonna get him and Ozark. We're gonna call you, me and my son, on speakerphone and get the lowdown. I hate to do that to y'all, but man, I know nothing about that. So
Do you have the turkey fryer?
I got a fish fryer that I melt my lead on, but
All right, so and you got a stainless steel pot?
yeah,
That came in the kit, I assume, right?
yeah.
All right. And you got your hops and some barley and some yeast.
No, we're going to start with the extract stuff, and then we'll get into all that.
Oh, okay. All right. There's a there's a book in this house somewhere on how to improve your homebrew beer. I gave it to my dad for Christmas like 15 years ago. It's in this house somewhere. I asked him about it, and he goes, "Well, I didn't bring it up here to their new house." He's like, "It's on a bookshelf somewhere down there." Because I was going to give it to you when you told me what you were doing for Jay, and because man, it really improved his beer. Woo!
Yeah, well, if you can find it, I'm sure Jay would like to read it, and of course I'll have to read it first because it's like when you buy your kid when they're little, you buy them a racetrack or a train set, and you're the one that winds up playing with it all the time.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be the one that's got to teach him how to do it, and then he'll have his friends over and say, "Check out this beer I made."
The problem is you got to be careful when you sit it to let it age and everything. And my dad would always put it in the upstairs bathroom in the shower in the tub. And
It's got to gas out.
yeah, well, one year it was sealed a little too tight.
Oh yeah.
I've done.
Go poop.
Yeah, he didn't have the burper on there just right. He didn't push it all the way in, so it wasn't it wasn't actually venting anything. Oh my lord, that was a mess. He sent me pictures, and I was like,
I'm just. Yeah, there for a long time, I wouldn't let them have alcohol in the house, and yeah, yeah. I've already seen some videos, Ozark, about how that stuff boils over when it first starts.
oh, it blew the lid right off the bucket. There wasn't no guessing to it. It was gone. I think there's still dents above the shower.
So I'll tell y'all one thing that may help that was had some scarcity to it a few months back, and some of you out there could use these items. So canning supplies have came back sort of to normal.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them. So if I wouldn't wait till spring to get them.
Right.
The best time to get them is kind of in their off season. So canning supplies, lids were hard to find in the spring at the end of the spring because a lot of people, because of everything's going on, people start hoarding toilet paper and other stuff. A lot of people started gardening for the first time. So if you have a use for canning supplies, I would suggest.
I noticed the last time I was at my local grocery store, uh, they had the big sleeves of bands and lids. They had the little packages of lids. They had a bunch of jars and all that stuff, and it was around the price that I was paying when I was canning my own garden. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Maybe the same thing will happen to ammo shortly.
I actually think I'm being optimistic. I think it's gonna turn around eventually. I would think, what I've been seeing, a lot of people, like I said, been buying, just say, a 5,000 pack of primers, and they have been making their money. They've been making the money back on maybe a couple thousand for that 5,000, and probably buying more. I could only buy or probably put away so many, like most of everybody else. So I'm thinking it is gonna come back down, but you got to be quick on it. That's if you see it somewhere.
Yeah, it's gonna come back down, but it's not gonna do it until people quit paying $300 for a sleeve of primers.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's like, I don't know.
Ocean, please, man.
Yeah.
You won't get me laughing so hard I'm crying.
Like my dog does.
Here's another thing. People, I haven't tried it out yet, but at everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody. It's one of my favorite stores, if you can guess. Y'all see that label on that? Does anybody know where that might come from?
AutoZone?
No. It's one of my favorite stores. I'm frugal. Anybody, does that label look familiar to anybody?
Is it the freight that's from one particular harbor?
This is actually from the Dollar Tree.
Oh, okay.
So if y'all are interested or have uses for paracord like I do, if you tinker around with stuff at the Dollar Tree. So it's
That
only
ain't bad.
25 foot, even though I've got rows that's bigger, but they didn't have any primers. I checked. I was looking behind the cookies and everything. So the Kerr factory in my hometown shut down. Lids and rings.
Oh, that sucks.
I got a buddy. I've told y'all this before. One of my best friends makes homemade barbecue sauce, and Ozark, we're probably going to be making a run out there in the next few weeks to buy some.
I want to go. I'm up for a road trip. Hell, my vacation just reset, so I'm good to go.
Yeah, I imagine in Connecticut or New York, Andy, he tried that stuff. He'd freeze his butt to the ice.
Oh Lord!
I'll call you when I get close, Ozark. I think what we got in mind is, and Kyle, it may change your mind about going. We're planning on getting up early, leaving early one morning, driving out there, getting a hotel room, then leave early and go to the factory where he's got this deal set up, and then buy. I think he wants to get at least 100 cases of pint jars. So
So has anybody in the side chat been doing any shooting since supplies are low? Or
I didn't either, Daniel.
Jamie, why would that change my opinion about going? I can leave here and be in Little Rock in 8 hours.
Yeah.
Daniel said he has. Did you get any deer, Daniel?
No, he just went bird watching.
Then Ozark said, yep, Saturday, maybe last Saturday, or he's going this Saturday. Reloader 762 says he shoots about every couple of weeks. Ocean says no.
Well, this is the last weekend in Georgia. If you want to go, let it fly, or at least deer hunting.
Ozark says Twine's banging still at 500 yards. What caliber? Oh, Trey, that is a good question. Can you see that, Jamie?
Do what?
Treads come. Dang, where did it go? It's at the 9:11 mark. Okay, Jamie, you want to call them? Because I didn't. I left that there. Are they still in business?
I don't know.
Because I haven't talked to them. Have you talked to
Dang,
them, Jamie?
Andy. I'll need to call them up. I'm sure they're still holding the money. If they ain't, it's gonna be ugly when we
It
show
will.
up
It
with
gonna
all
be
our stuff.
trouble. It'll be
Oh,
trouble.
here we come.
It'll be trouble.
You don't want this motley crew pissed off at you.
No, that's what I was thinking about when all them people were. If you're gonna start a revolution, start a damn revolution, man.
Yeah, don't show up. I'm not even going to finish that
Yeah,
sentence.
I know. I'm like, reminds you of a Beatles song, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's something about bad jokes and Q-tips won't get you what you want. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's a different song.
Oh, I can tell y'all about a deal. It may not be a deal, but I thought it was awesome till I started reading the reviews. Primary Arms had a Foxtrot Mike's 9mm upper, AR9, right? It was like 8.8 3/4, 8.75. And it was like $300. But the reviews sucked on it. And I was like, that don't sound normal for Foxtrot Mike stuff. And people were saying that the Spike's tactical lower is not a good match, and another lower was not a good match. But I kind of like the Foxtrot Mike stuff, based off of Uncle Jim's videos, 9mm, not 45. So I was like, nope, it can stay there. If it came down to $100, I'd buy it, but that's not gonna happen. I'm
I
still
kind of
waiting.
want to do that 6-shooter Texan. That'd be yeah.
Awesome. He said he's doing his first cowboy action shooting in the morning.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, Thor's axe, you ain't wrong.
You know what? Anytime I go to a range, especially now, I am a member of one of my local ranges, and when I go, I'm not nervous. I am very observant of everyone because everybody knows a lot of new shooters, and you see a lot of unsafe practices, and you know, I don't want any holes in me when I leave because I don't get there with any holes in me. Might take some holes with me,
Not except the normal ones.
but yeah. So I'm very observant and stuff, and everyone else should be too. I think I've said before, or it's common sense. Regardless if a range has a range RSO, a range officer, you are solely responsible for your own safety because RSO can't watch everything, right? So when I go to the range, I ask for them to put me on an end. And if they can't, I kind of have to deal with that. But I prefer to be on a end lane. That way, if something happens, fire is only coming one way at least. Hopefully not at all, but so y'all be careful out there at those ranges, especially if you're at public ranges. Willie, hey brother, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I told Jamie to leave me backstage, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Good to see you,
And thank
brother.
you for all the well
Glad
wishes
you're
for
here.
my mom. She's a tough old broad, so she'll be fine. She goes through she's sick every year, it seems like, with her asthma. So
Okay, we got to break this comment right here down.
Georgia dogs.
Ohio State is once again playing for the championship. Congratulations, Daniel. That is as far as you going.
It's really too bad that we didn't actually have a football season for them to get beat and well, they play like 9 football games. I mean, the whole NCAA. What they have like 9 games.
I'm telling y'all what, man. These people at my local range, the indoor range. Chico's been there with me. I understand what they got going on. He's got pallets up there. The brass falls down. He don't want anybody bending over trying to get their brass and get hurt or whatever. I get that. Part of the reason we can shoot for $7 all day there is because he gets to sell the brass.
But
if I want to keep
fire in line, right?
Yeah, if I want to keep my brass, I'll put my brass catcher on my AR and take it home with me.
Right. And when I was shooting those 300 blackouts and all that stuff in there, I'm like, look, this is my brass. I brought it with me. It's marked. It's mine. I ain't taking nothing from you, but I need to take this back and reload it and examine it for a YouTube video. And he goes, that's cool.
Yeah, you got to call.
Jamie, well, one of us just need to stand in that threshold and be like, hey, pull out that dustpan out of my bag. I mean, out of my backpack and just scoop it up. So, because it's a lot of brass in those little holes. If y'all want to know, if you look at my I've got a video when I did yeah, scoop it up. Take a dustpan from the dollar store, the small ones. I got a few of them.
Just mark your brass. I
let Freedom Ring video. My son was shooting, and I panned down at his socks that said USA. If you look past his socks, you'll see a little hole. It's nothing but brass. It's like a honey hole full of brass. And, Jamie did tell me that the guy don't want you picking up your brass, but like 6-shooter Texan said, when I go to the range, what I come in with is what I leave out. Sometimes you don't want to make a bad impression on the first time I ever been there, but
John was very understandable when I said, look, I'm videoing a YouTube video on how this stuff shoots, and I want to be able to, show the brass at the end of it, and because we're shooting multiple different bullets from multiple different states, and he goes, oh yeah, that's fine. So I put my shooting mat down. That's where all the brass landed, because I didn't have my brass catcher with me, so it ended up falling on the pallet. So I put my shooting mat down. So
I mark my brass. My range says the exact same thing. It's an outdoor range. If it hits the ground, it's theirs. And I said, sorry, I mark all my brass either with a Sharpie or I paint little red fingernail polish on my primer. Yeah, it's going home with me.
So, Daniel, you need to talk to Tread, man. It ain't like I'm an Alabama fan or an Ohio State fan. I'm just a college football fan. It's interested in seeing the game, but I'm telling you, Alabama's going to win that football game.
Loser shaves. That's funny.
Now, Chico, I'm surprised you didn't take a shot back to that range and just vacuum all that brass up in that tube.
No, I'm not like that always. Sometimes, but not always. But I never. The vacuum doesn't fit in my range bag, so
I understand.
That's kind of, but no. Jamie told me that beforehand, and it was 4th of July, which I assumed, and I assumed right, it was going to be fairly crowded. And when Carter goes with me to the range, I'm real methodical when Carter's at the range with me, because I want him, as weird as it seems, I want him right at my 9 o'clock, and I tell him times to get, if I tell him at 6 o'clock, he knows what that means. He's right on my back. Like he's got to be touching me while I'm shooting, because in the fact, if I ever had to, unfortunately have to use my firearm, he's going to be right by me. I don't want that to be unfamiliar with him, if that makes sense. So when he's shooting, I mean, when I'm shooting at the range, he's right, like he's touching me at my 9 o'clock. So I watch out for him because I know there's a lot of new shooters and everyone doesn't, effectively or safely point those firearms in the correct direction. So, but yeah, that was my first time there. I mean, it was a cool range, but we went in the dead heat of summer and it was hot. It was so hot in there. But it's a nice range, It's just hot. That's all. But they had fans going. So.
Yeah, our indoor range, they say it's air conditioned. My ass. It's hot as hell in our indoor gun ranges. It's just so hot.
It's not hot right now, Chico.
Oh yeah, it's pretty chilly up in there right now.
And Uncle John, you know why? Because in the SEC, it just means more.
We just know how to play football. I'm gonna back Bama because it's a SEC team. It's like when I was living in Vegas, I was at the Ontario airport in Canada, or no, I'm sorry, California, and somebody said, "You sound like you're from around the SEC." I'm like, "Yes, sir." And he goes, "What you think about Alabama and the Ducks?" I said, they ain't gonna get a first down. He goes, "Who?" I said, "Oregon." "Oh man, they're fast and I said, "It doesn't matter. When you got 450 pounds worth of linemen beating on you all damn day, you're gonna get wore out." And he goes, "No, you're wrong." I said, "Okay." They finally got a first down with 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter when they were down by 45 points, I think. I'm like, don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. I'm not going to say Roll Tide because I am not a Tide fan. And I just hope it's a good game because my team ain't in it. So I just hope it's entertaining to everybody.
Is anybody in the side chat from Alabama?
I ain't seen Alabama Reloader.
Well, I'm a Georgia fan always, regardless of our teams, but still.
I can probably call Worm, get him on it on the side chat.
What were they saying, Alabama? They was like, nothing says loving like kissing your cousin or something. Like
Well, it's like relative humidity. Never mind, not going there.
I think Signal Soldier 31. He said so. They're taking off Paul. He said Parker, but I think he's talking about Pollard and MeWe off of Android. I'm on MeWe sorta. I think I registered some years ago, but there is some reloading groups on there that has intel on primers and components and stuff like that.
I've never even heard of it.
Speaking of being dog fans, Chico, our dogs, which usually really stink the gym up at basketball, they're playing some pretty good basketball this season. They've only lost 2 games. They beat Kentucky, and they lost to Mississippi State, I think, Ozark. Is that right? And I can't remember who the other one is.
Daniel, don't you blaspheme in here.
Yeah. KFW said he's from Alabama. Now, I actually like Alabama. I'm not a comedian all the time, but I try to lighten up the crowd sometimes. KFW. And Daniel said he thought Georgia and Alabama was the same state.
Yeah, don't you blaspheme in here.
There's no varsity in Alabama.
Yeah, really, man.
Come on, man. You ain't had a varsity dog.
2 dogs walking.
What do you have? Look, I suggest or I recommend if you ever get to the state of Georgia or the city of Atlanta, Athens, or where else, Kennesaw.
Yeah, Kennesaw.
You have to stop by the varsity. If you like old, kind of like stadium food.
Just tell them you want 2 dogs walking and a frosted orange. If you want onion rings, ask for onion rings. You want French fries, ask for French fries. It's a number 1.
Now I'm hungry. I'm talking about food. I'm always hungry.
We get the same thing every time we all go there. We all get the same thing.
Yeah, I come out spending about $20-$25 for me and Carter.
Yep. There you go,
Look at
Willie.
Willie.
There you go. And hey, that one was earned, Willie.
That one was signed by everyone. Going up on the wall as soon as I get the.
I can't believe you
the
still
frame.
got it.
Oh, this is the original one you guys sent me. I took it back, you guys, and had y'all sign it. I got Chico Eyes and MCK on that side.
I totally remember it.
Yep. Jamie had to send it to me because I was forgetting I left it there in your house.
That's right. Yeah.
You can take me off the screen. Thank you, Jamie. But I got it.
We'll leave you on the screen. What if you want you to go?
Thank you,
Baby got his booty like pow, pow, pow.
Uncle Jim spells burger like a bullet. Burger bullets.
Burger fingers.
I looked at some of those today too, Uncle Jim. I had to leave them on the shelf.
Yeah, just what they're wanting for some of these components is just, it's astronomical is the only word that I can come up with.
I kind of put it like this. So a lot of components does not lose its usage, but it may lose its value, right? Think about vehicles. 2000 was it's 2021. The 2020 vehicles have recently dropped in price, even if they're brand new, even some 2019s if there's any available. So if you kind of can hold off on components and components, powder, primer, whatever, if you can kind of hold off on that, those prices, those retailers may see that those are not selling. That's how clearance and markdowns happen. And it may get us back to the regular prices, what they were pre-COVID. But
I don't think it's going to get that way where I am ever.
Well,
yeah.
if y'all actually sit back and think about it, we had the same thing in what, 08? Or was it 2012?
From about 14 to, well, from about 12 to about 16.
Okay, yeah, you couldn't find anything. So every time I found anything, I just gobble it up. You know, I've got a 4-pound thing of Ramshot silhouette I've never even opened. And it's going on probably 10 years old now, something like that, almost. But the only reason I have it is because they had it for sale. And my buddy Dick over there at True Prep, he called me up and said, "Hey, I got the Precious." I was like, "I'll be there in a minute." And I left work. I clocked out when I went over there at True Prep, bought it, came back, clocked back in,
I stopped shooting those years. I just stopped. I hate to say it. That's what I did. Everything got so bad, I just said, screw it. Just like I'm going to do right now,
Yeah, I ain't stopped shooting, but
I'm not going to stop completely, but I'm not going to go like I used to go out and drop,
right,
1,000 rounds like it's nothing,
Right. I'm changing up what I'm shooting because I'm only going to be shooting what I have the components to reload for. Let me mute my mic because the heater is louder than hell.
KFW, I think that's something we need to check into. And kind of, Daniel, not exactly. I mean, we pulled for Alabama. We didn't make it this year, so we kind of pulled for Alabama because they're in the SEC, not the SCC. So I wouldn't say it like you said it, but I live here and you don't. So we don't say dog. We say dog.
Dog, with like real dog.
Yeah, like a big old slobbering English bulldog.
Well, that's the way I say it when I'm talking to Baloo. Come here, dog. And I also have a, good old English bulldog on the front porch that's got the red and black little. You seen it, Jamie?
Yeah, I got one of those
on
too.
The flower bed up front.
But wife won't let me put it out by the mailbox. Her dad went to Georgia Tech.
So look, I got a question for Jamie. If and it's piggybacking off of a comment that was early up in the chat. Have you happened to use your scope yet?
Have I?
Yeah, have you shot with your scope yet? Your arc?
Yeah, I've only got 10 rounds through it.
So early in the chat, like 806, way up there. Big E, well, he was out there. I haven't heard him comment in a long time. He was talking about the price has increased on those scopes.
Well, they said they were going to. And
Yeah,
Uncle Jim, that's how we say log.
loud, yeah.
Log.
Log.
I don't know if I
This is,
put that many W's in the middle of it, but log.
I know it's a tree till it hits the ground, then it's a log.
And look, under that tree,
Oh,
or under that log, was a little stick. I said,
Good night,
that
Ocean.
log had a child.
Night,
Good night,
Ocean.
Ocean.
See you, Ocean.
Sorry.
Oh, good night, brother.
Uncle John said, did you grill pineapple and put it on Cranky's burger? Where is Cranky?
I actually got a Christmas card from Cranky, and of course it was. I think I got it on Tuesday. The mail's been running a little slow. I got a Christmas card from Cranky. I got a Christmas card from my mother. You know, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I got one from Cranky, from New York Reloader, and Josh 243 Outdoors. So if y'all ever watch this on the rerun, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Exactly. I got one from 243, and Baloo got it off the top of the fireplace mantle. Don't ask me how she got up there.
She used her legs.
Huh?
She used her legs.
Well, she ate the damn cards. What she did.
No, Ozark. No, bad.
Okay.
But hang on, Jamie. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you. Talking about Christmas cards, Uncle Jim, thanks for saying my name about sending your card. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, I got one from 243. I got one from Broke Loader, New York Reloader, Cranky, and somebody else I'm forgetting, and I shouldn't have been naming any names because I'm going to leave some people out. But thank you guys. CW Longshot sent me a big old box of brass, and Broke Loader's still out there. I got some of his bullets loaded up in 350 Legend that we're going to try to get to the range and shoot later. Okay, so I've got 8mm Mauser. I got 7.62 by 54R, 350 Legend, and 270 Winchester groups loaded up, ready to go to the range. And I also am going to do 35 Remington 30-30, and before I go. But I ain't gonna be able to do all that or all in one trip.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? I'm trying to limit myself to 2 guns because I'll take 3 or 4, and you feel like you're rushing through the calibers to get all of them shot. And I understand, Uncle Jim. I just didn't hear you say it, so I just wanted to give you a little load of crap from California.
Instant grits. Well, I can make those too, but real grits, Daniel, fishing grits or shrimping grits.
Shrimp and grits
in it.
Yeah. You got that. There's some love put into that, and you know what? You can taste it in every bite.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Well,
Uncle
some people
Jim.
don't
I'm
like
sorry.
grits. Some people don't like grits.
Who the hell don't like grits?
It's not my favorite. I'll tell you that much.
I'll
eat it.
So you some meat in there, some eggs.
No. I ate grits in Georgia. It's just not my favorite. I'd rather have oatmeal.
Oh, there's the door.
That's how it is. Now, when we went out and ate every morning, Mark was smacking those grits, and I was just cringing, going, "Oh," watching the meat and going, Oh, I need me a big old bowl of oatmeal.
when y'all were eating, because y'all are on a totally different schedule than me, I guess.
Oh, we were excuse me. Okay, Chico and Jamie, if you were there, the whole house was talking as loud as I am, stomping, and I'm stomping my leg on, walk around, and he's down there snoring Z's, and we're like, Kyle, you want to go? Nothing. We looked at Blue. Blue, where is he? He's down there. Okay, we're leaving.
Well, you know why I was that secure? Because I knew my 6 was covered.
Oh, your 6 was covered 100%.
And I maybe I needed some sleep.
I guess so.
But we did talk about going to breakfast one morning. And I'm like,
I did go once with you.
Well, once you were here for a week.
You missed out on like 3 or 4 of them. I can't help you there.
Yeah, well, whatever. You could have come down and started rubbing on me.
You didn't want that.
You're right. I don't.
They put that nub on you. You better watch it.
I don't rub the neuter unless I get the pooter.
Holy crap! I'm up.
And I'm going to go balls deep. They're born.
Dude, you go balls deep with that nub. I'm hurt.
We're going to wake up.
Y'all got to change the subject, boys.
Yeah. Grits went straight to the nub. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, I know. I should have, Jim, because he was sleeping just like you, like a little angel. Jim says, I don't snore. I got video showing you do.
Yeah, he actually does. I've seen it.
Yeah, and thanks to Mr. Ocean, or not Ocean, I apologize, Mr. Ozark Spirits for taking the camera in there because I knew my fat ass would fall on something. So thank you, Ozark, for videoing Uncle Jim sleeping like a little angel.
So GGW, sugar on grits is not good.
No, sugar on grits is Yankee.
Well, I don't think
like cream of wheat.
GGW is a Yankee. Do y'all?
I don't care for cream of wheat either.
Yeah, that's.
So on grits, you put some butter and some salt and some cheese
and some pepper.
Ozark had a good one. He said a lot of cheddar and some jalapenos. I'm all for that.
I never thought about that.
No.
Some sausage and some eggs. You mix it in it, and then you got a scrambler.
I did some sausage and cheese and grits and made a big old pan just because that's what I wanted in the morning. And Angel said, yeah, I'll eat some too. So I made a huge pan of it. I don't know why.
And if you're feeling short, you throw you some potatoes.
Here we go.
GGW, I
Kyle,
apologize. That comment was not sponsored by the establishment here.
Wait, what? Who?
Kyle, that's the way you cook. You cook like a 10-pound slab of bologna and thinking we're all going to eat it at one time.
That shit was good, though, wasn't it?
It was. Big old hog steaks of it.
I grew up on bologna. Bologna
I smoked a whole bologna with complete with
Chico, a half-inch thick bologna slab is just a little on the thick side.
Yeah, that's
well. You could have cut it thinner.
I could have, but I ate it.
Tim, man, I'm sure they have corn growing up there, correct?
But the New Mexican chili peppers, they helped out the bologna, along with the teriyaki and the honey.
A lot of people don't know grits come from corn.
Right. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh, now Tread, that's yes.
You gotta have a biscuit in there though.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And to make red eye gravy, you gotta have country ham. So gotta have country ham on that biscuit.
And coffee.
This don't went straight
strong
to
coffee.
Hey, Mario's here.
That's why they call it red eye gravy. It's made with coffee grounds.
No, it's made with Deo coffee. Coffee left from yesterday.
Anyway, we can agree that it involves coffee.
Yes.
Hey, Fuzz, anytime a woman tells me she want me to take her to a place where they cook where they make the food in front of you, I take her to Subway.
Oh, damn, I was spit water all over my screen, Chico. Damn.
She said, "Hey, I
Damn.
want you to take me to the place where they make the food in front of you." I said, "Let's go to Subway."
No, oh God, what was
No.
that? It was Southern Hibachi. Yeah. So you want to go out for Southern Hibachi? Yeah. So I took her to the Waffle House.
Hey, there's MCK. Did you get a chance to shoot today, brother? Hope you did. He was going to shoot his 300 blackout. Yep, grits. That was you, Mark. You love those grits.
Yeah, he was tearing them things. Well, I was too, but he was tearing them things up at Shoney's.
Daniel said, "I so derailed this chat."
A good sopping biscuit, yeah. Like, yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, every damn one of us was sopping up everything that we could find with some biscuits at the Shoney's. I mean, I got to say, this Shoney's got a pretty damn good buffet in the morning. I ate 4 pounds of bacon, 3 pounds of sausage, 2 pounds of sausage links, 4 pounds of eggs, and all kinds of grits. And I didn't eat anything for the rest of the week. I was miserable.
Shit on a shingle. I haven't heard of that in so long, MCK. Shit on a shingle.
Yeah. Gotta love it. Chip, beef, and gravy.
Yep.
Ozark, there's still a few of them, but not Shoney's, not Stoney's. We have Shoney's here, not Stoney's.
And one thing was funny. I forgot. I didn't even think about Shoney's. I thought when I heard you guys say we're going to go to Shoney's, I was thinking of that stupid cartoon. Damn it. Rick and Morty, because they always talk about Shoney's. And I'm like, what the hell? There's really a Shoney's? Then you took me and I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Someone from Georgia made this cartoon.
Yeah, but what's great is you can go over there and you pay, whatever, $9, $10, whatever, for the all you can eat. And they got amazing fresh fruit. They've got amazing gravy, grits, sausage, all your breakfast stuff, hash browns. I mean, if you make 2 small plates, you've got your money's worth.
Welcome, Sergeant Devil Dog.
Semper Fi, Devil Dog, do or Ura, excuse me.
Now, one of the things we used to say as a younger man down here in the South, 6-shooter Texan, is, man, did you see her? She looked so good, I could sop her up with a
biscuit.
That's so bad. I'm calling Lisa right now. I'm turning you in.
Well,
I told her that when we was going together, man.
I was going to say, I bet he told her that.
Well, I just had to threaten him. I had to just
that might have been the last stitch in the net right there.
Uncle John, you ain't doing it right, buddy. Shoney's Big Boy. Remember the Big Boy burgers?
Yeah, everybody used to tell me I look like the Shoney's Big Boy. Oh, Waterhead.
Fuzz, I think basically they're the same thing, just different names. I think it's the same corporate.
That's what we had in California, Bob's Big Boy.
It's like Hardee's and Carl's Jr.
Or Rallies and Checkers.
Rallies and Checkers, yeah, exactly.
Okay,
but there is one Checkers in Las Vegas.
If you're talking about red eye gravy, that's got to be country ham.
Use country ham and coffee.
Right. Just not Mig's country ham. That shit, woof. Don't you guys ever eat ham that Mig says it's going to be really good. That stuff will dry you up so bad. Oh, Kyle, I thought he was going to be so good. When I took that first bite, I was trying to keep my eyes from closing. And I know Marvin's laughing his ass off because he saw me and I'm just chewing going, son of a bitch, this stuff sucks. But it was good. Yeah. Thank you for cooking it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Salty as shit. Yep.
that's the point.
Oh, good Lord, that stuff was salty.
I like that. I like that gravy, white gravy with lots of pepper in it, like sausage gravy, and preferably some of it was still in. Some of the sausage still in there. Hey Jerry, 1911.
Hey, Jerry. Hey, Bacon.
There's Mr. Bacon. Long time no see, brother. Hope all is well.
Oh, lost Kyle. Pushed the wrong button.
He'll be back.
Yeah, sausage gravy is good, Tin Man.
Yeah, sausage gravy all the way.
Yeah, Ozark, I tried to keep the best smile I could on my face eating that stuff. I didn't want to break your heart because you worked on it for 4 days soaking that ham. It could have been 3 weeks.
Time out. Y'all are confusing me. Bacon, we're glad you're here, buddy, but they're confusing me, all right? They see that one says bacon is here, and then it's gone. Sawmill gravy, sausage gravy. All right. Look at there.
No, I like to make. I'm sorry, I temporarily lost internet connection for some reason. I use red eye gravy for like hamburger steaks, beef tips with onions and stuff like that. I'll make some gravy like that for that. For breakfast, all day, sausage gravy.
Yeah, we love our food, Daniel.
That's why we're fat. Thank you for noticing. Except Chico.
Down here we have in my town right here, Tin Man. We have Southeastern Mills down on the Etowah River bank, and they make a kind of a they make a instant gravy kind of thing. It's really good. Well,
When we were down at with Tack and Brenda from AOK Adventures, when they were down here and we were messing around, I made some hamburger steaks and some gravy with onions and mushrooms and I mean just all kinds of stuff. And oh my goodness, Tack took one bite and she goes, "I can tell you right now, I'm going back for more gravy." She goes, "I'm going to mainline that stuff." I was like, we know how to make gravy down here. I don't know how it is in Iowa, which packet you use, but down here we make that stuff homemade.
Kyle and anyone on the side chat and on the panel, you ever have a chance to have Ozark cook for you, you are a lucky person.
I can actually honestly appreciate that.
That man can grill. I'll tell you that. And In-N-Out is the worst place to get food in my mind.
all right. Who on the panel knows how to make hollandaise sauce for eggs Benedict?
I know how to order it.
I've seen it made a few times. Gorillas and Guns, welcome, brother.
Yeah, we got off the beaten track. Basically, early on, we were talking about the election.
I'm sorry, I misread that.
Then we were talking about Abe Silverback. Welcome in here, brother.
Yes, sir.
And then we got talking about Mike Hester knows how to make a hollandaise sauce. All right, you got to have a whisk. If you have a copper bowl, it helps. But basically, yeah, it's.
Well, now you're just getting fancy.
Well, it ain't white sausage gravy. I'm telling you,
It's got
tough.
eggs in it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
egg whites.
Egg whites. Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah.
Were any of y'all fans of the TV series Two and a Half Men?
Yes, I love it. I still watch the
Charlie
reruns
Sheen?
sometime.
Charlie Sheen come in there with that pot and goes, "I made hollandaise sauce," and Alan, gets it and goes, "No, you didn't." And he was like, "Is that bourbon?" And he said, "Well, it said season to taste." He goes, "No, I'm just kidding. I spilled."
All right, I got it backward. It's egg yolks.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, because
yellow,
it's
not
yellow.
white.
I was thinking that I know it's yellow. It's got a yellow tint to it. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yellow, not whites.
Yolks, not whites.
Now we become the cooking show. What happened here? What kind of craziness has just evolved for us to go?
we do use cast iron skillets and Dutch ovens for our lid, but never mix them.
When I get out of reloading, I'm going to sandblast all my cast iron. I'm going to flea market and sell it to everyone.
No. Hey,
Willie, like a baby.
Willie, the best thing to do if you've got a bunch of built up gunk on your cast iron skillet, build a fire.
There's no gunk on my skillets. I'm just saying, when I get ready to sell them, I'm going to sandblast them like brand new and smile and say, "Here you go." No, this came from California. You have a possibility of getting cancer from it. Yeah.
You're talking about the ones you melt lead in?
Yes, sir.
You filthy demon. I would never do that.
Oh, I would.
Well, okay.
That's cheating, ain't it, Ozark? Whatever it takes. The lemon does the trick. It's the acid in the lemon that cooks the egg.
And like Kyle, I would never get rid of my cast iron.
We still talking food, man. Y'all got me hungry. Good night.
I know.
I'm wondering what's for dinner, but I ain't gonna go ask. I'll get in trouble.
Man, I had pork chops, homemade. What's them? Potatoes au gratin, and some yeast rolls and everything. Man, I'm fat and happy. I don't care what happens right now.
My wife loves au gratin potatoes, and I just can't stand it. She made it so much when my kids were younger. Oh,
it was nice. I had some potatoes that need to be used, and she found a way to use them. And then I made some pork chops, and because I can make pork chops. I know Chico doesn't know that, but I can make some pork chops.
But one good thing came in today is my trimmer. Woohoo! Yay!
All right.
Is that the Frankfurt Arsenal? Is that the Frankfurt Arsenal?
Frankfurt Arsenal.
That thing works great. You're gonna
110 this time, not 240.
You're gonna love it. That thing worked. I actually borrowed Jordan's for like a month, just trimming 308 brass. I'm like, man, this thing is awesome.
I have like 4,223 to trim. I know, Jamie. If my RCBS goes out, I'm still gonna buy that.
Well, I didn't have the Lee adapter for the Lyman to do my brass trimming at the time, and then Jordan was telling me about his, and I'm like, let me see that, because it came with all the collets and all this stuff. And I was sitting there using. I'm like, man, this thing is awesome. If I didn't just buy this Lyman, I'd buy that one.
Well, Echo and the Bunny Man is sending me the RCBS. What is it? I forget the trimmer. That's like $50 for the trimmer. So I forget the name of the trimmer. I'm sorry. He'll be pissed off because he sold it to me. But carbide trimmer. Instead of the normal trimmer that comes in it. So
right.
I'll have the carbide coming to me in a couple of weeks. It's gonna be cool.
But yeah, I think God, it's been so many years ago. I can't remember who sent me the adapter. It wasn't Tin Man.
Wasn't me.
No, it was.
Thanks, Tim, man. I got this thing from Bacon sent me one of these things.
Yeah, those are cool. I was really looking forward to that trimmer. I've never had this trimmer for doing the outside. I've always had the RCBS one where it looks like just a round tube with a cutting edge in it. This is really nice.
I would appreciate that, Tin Man. I've seen some of the guys got some 3D printed stuff. Okay, another thing before we start going through the room and saying bye, you guys that do the 3D printing, I've got to get me a 3D printer at work because we have to print these parts off to fix the Chromebooks. So if you can send me an email or give me a call if you got my number, whatever. Tin Man, you got my number. I need to know what the best, most heavy duty printer is so that I can lead my boss to buy me the right one. And yeah. Yeah, that's what we started talking about AR guns was this election and a little bit about the takeover and all that, but we didn't want to get into that because we would probably all get arrested if we said what we really think about that. So, we allowed Chico to skip his halftime run through the side chat. So, if you want,
I did it.
That was at 8:30.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? I seen a lot of. It was at least 47 of y'all out there hanging out, so we really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Well, and actually, talking about the Capitol thing, I think most of us can agree that we agreed with the reason why they were there, but they never should have broke into the Capitol. I mean, that's even though it is public ground until you reach a certain door, they never should have forced their way in. That was with the top.
Might not have been. I'm not going to go there, but that might not have been Trump supporters doing that. I'm just saying, I do not agree with you going to places where you're not supposed to be, because guess what? You're not supposed to be there. I agree 100% with you. I'm just saying that one thing out loud.
No, and I totally understand what you're saying, and I appreciate what you're saying. I'm not going to agree or disagree because I don't have any proof one way or the other that that's what it was.
Nor do I, my friend.
Right. So everybody's got their thoughts, and you know what they say. Documentation beats conversation every time. And we have no documentation, so.
Unfortunately. And no senator had the balls to back him.
Apparently, my side chat has stopped. Unable to connect. Please try again later. Oh,
yeah, I think that sums it up right there. The ones that did the breaking in and all that kind of stuff were Antifa posing as MAGA.
Well, I don't have any documentation proving that that's who those people were. Not saying there's not some stupid ass rednecks that went to DC, you know, because I know a bunch of stupid ass rednecks. I mean, hell, I live in Georgia. But when the reporter, from where I was watching it, when the reporter came back and said, I'm not trying to profile anybody, but they didn't look like Trump supporters. And I was thinking, what the hell does that mean? And he goes, their faces were masked, wearing hoodies and all that stuff, pulled up tight, and they showed up with hammers. Everybody else had been here for 2.5 hours. Then all of a sudden, these people show up with hammers to bust through the windows. And then their buddies that they showed up with start running into the Capitol. I'm like, whatever. I don't know. I'm sick and tired of this shit. Y'all want to talk politics? Let's talk politics. I'm sick and tired of this shit.
No, we don't have that much time. We only got 5 minutes.
It's time for us to get off. So we're going to start going through the room. unless Chico, you want to do the side chat one more time, or
Yeah. Let me do it from my phone because that'll work better.
Was that too much too late?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my phone scrolled up to 849, and that is actually 850 now. So 6-shooter Texan, Willie Bulletman's on the panel with us. Ocean 374, Walter Davis, Uncle John, GGW Reloading, Uncle Jim, Andy 79 Z28, Lakeview Outdoors, 10 Man, Squatch Reloading, Vanessa Kitty, JC Texan, Fuzz T Fork 8, Tread, Vanessa Kitty, Uncle John, Floyd Hicks, 10 Man, Ozark Spirit, Daniel God is my judge, Rebel, Uncle John. I think I said him twice already, but that's okay. AR Guns 1776, one of our Georgia brothers. KFW joined us. Lowe's of Bacon joined us. Mario Molson, Michael Cross. Forgive me if I said it wrong. Until I get that right next time I see you. MCK. There was a lot of y'all out there. Lowe's of Bacon, Fuzz T Fork 8, Jerry 1911, Jag.
You tell him.
K24. Wow. Hey brother. Yeah, he said what I was thinking earlier, Mickey's Big Mouth, and a lot of guys said that. That's what I was thinking. That when Ozark was talking about a Vicks, I didn't know he was talking about Vicks Vapor Rub. Gorilla and
I said it. You just didn't see it, probably.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, Willie said it, and Ozark said it too.
Girl, oh yeah.
But see, I knew Willie would know it. MCK. Who else?
Oh, you called me a drunk? What are you doing? Huh?
No.
So, I know. I'm playing with you.
So everybody, we appreciate y'all joining the Georgia Shooting Connection, reloading, cooking, and slightly political Friday night chat tonight. It was kind of expected. So y'all, we really appreciate y'all joining us. Y'all was talking about 3D printers. I'm wanting a case ejector for my Lee Challenger press. So if anybody wants to do that, I don't mind paying y'all. I was gonna order one off eBay, like a metal one. So if y'all have any files or something, y'all let me know. Y'all can email me at chicowise@gmail or hit me up on any of the popular social platforms. I don't have much planned because it's still kind of wet and rainy down here, but I need to be casting up some bullets. Signal Soldier 31, I forgot you, brother. Thanks for joining us. And that's pretty much all I have. You know what? One thing that we got on tonight, even though we got a lot of stuff out, a lot of stuff we still laughed about, and that's, I think, in my opinion, is good to get laughter, regardless if it's serious. Sometimes we BS a little bit and laugh a little bit, and that helps to kind of feel a little bit different sometimes. So I appreciate all y'all being here with us and joining us for Georgia Shooting Connection Friday live stream. Let's give it to Kyle. We'll let Willie go third.
Thank you, Chico. It's been just a crap week in my life. Still got my baby girls, both of them. One of them's in there on the phone with somebody, and the other one's right here. And I'm just thankful to tell y'all that I had some good news today. So I'll leave it with that. I'll explain it to everybody else later. But in a week where just everybody was just, I don't want to be here, I have a little goodness at the end of it. And let's see, what do I have coming up? Probably just loading up whatever ammo that I have primers for. I'm gonna say it like that. What? Stop. I want to thank everybody for being here. It was great. I can't believe we went into full cast iron and food talk, but it was good to have everybody here. So yeah, I guess I need to start doing my cast iron not Wednesdays again. Oh God. Other than that, what you got, Willie?
I just want to thank everyone for the prayers for my mother. I really appreciate that. Send prayers out to everyone who has family members sick with this stupid COVID crap. We all joke about it, saying that it's just a cold, but when our elderly people we know get the pneumonia, it's a little different than a cold. So that's
Exactly.
it. I'm just going to be trimming a lot of brass since I got my new toy, and that's it for me. Thanks for having me on. I just wanted to stay in the side chat. I didn't want to come on, but Jamie flipped the switch, so here I am.
Well, we're glad to have you, brother, and we're glad to have all of you folks out there that joined us in the side chat and join us every week, and we appreciate that very much. I'm gonna be trying to get some range video done. I'm just gonna start going through the. My goal for the new year is at least one video every 2 weeks. So maybe maybe I can get subscribers up and we can get a pretty good pretty good giveaway coming soon. So that would be very cool. Um, I hate some of the guys that are normally here, like we're missing the Scotsman tonight and so forth and so on. But I'm sure he'll be back soon. And y'all keep an eye out for Andy's video on that ACP press. That is about to ship from Lee. I got a phone call today from another good friend.
No.
And
you got the other one. Okay, I'm sorry.
So, Daniel, best of luck to your team, man. If it means that much to you, I'm not going to be heartbroken if Alabama gets beat. Trust me. I mean, we pull for them because they're in the SEC, but you know,
I just hope it's a good game.
yeah, I just want to have a good game. So, y'all check us out at Georgia Shooting Connection on Instagram. Email us at georgiashootingconnection@gmail.com. And what am I forgetting?
You're muted, Chico.
Can't hear you, man.
Bam! Yeah, every Friday night on YouTube at Georgia Shooting Connection.
Yeah, every shooting.
You forgot to plug this one.
Oh, well, obviously, if they're here, they already know that. And KFW, thank you, man. We still want to have you on one of these Friday nights. We love what you do and enjoy your stuff. So good to see all y'all out there. And Lord willing, we'll be back next Friday night. Y'all remember to play for those that are families that are being touched by COVID right now. And also pray for our nation in this mess that we're in. So good night. We'll see y'all soon. And